I think of it in boxing terms because shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab. The second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result is safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us. But I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm. But I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now this throw caught left side. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They go play action with Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. Touchdown. Zay Flowers, 36 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go, first quarter. But work to be done as they come up 1st and 10.
No.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On first down, Hurts. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for him and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now we'll get a stoppage here, as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And how about this, a fake? And this is going to blow up in their faces. Not only did they not get the first, they're going to lose big yardage as well. Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there, because this 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake. But when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up like it was, that's difficult.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 28 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
From the 29, here's the 2nd and 5. Swift going to try up the middle. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
3rd down and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hurts. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Hurts' throw brought in by Brown. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escapes the sack. Dancing to his left. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the mass of bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
2nd down and 6 now. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Toward the center of the field, but it
putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep.
Third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now back to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Justin Matabike working his way to the quarterback that time.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Ravens send their punt around now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Second down, here's Hurts. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
The kick by Elliott is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Jackson on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Under pressure, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. But, Charles, this has been first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Ravens send their punt around now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studio. Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. There he goes, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there for Philly. And even 50 yards on the ground. Nothing fancy there, a little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. In on the stop, the former... Roquan Smith.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And he is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Nakobe Dean able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush.
Touchdown! Rashad Bateman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens had 6 to their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. They'll set up a throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Madubuike picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. On second down, Swift. Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 20, DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, 73 yards. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books, because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I throw it to him a little bit more often.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talk about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, trying to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
There's been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
The Ravens send their punter out now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. And it has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you...
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Hurts sets up to throw it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And they'll begin by running the option. Down the numbers. There he goes. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but it's of the 4th quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a 1st down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the 4th quarter. Picked up the 1st, stopped the clock too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
This is caught. It's Brown. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win the...
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Hurts to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goddard. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try?
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 81 yards. And the Ravens use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Eagles 24. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 2 touchdowns. 2:18 on the clock. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. On first down, Hurts. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Throwing his Hurts. It got his man complete. Touchdown. A.J. Brown with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D. All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that.